Church Cristo del Buen Viaje, and it's an ancient church built in Moorish style, and which was built in 1640. But it was a little church. It was found just outside the walled city of Veracruz in the colonial era. This church is formally frequented by sailors who ask their protection to God before sailing into sea. It's named after the legend which tells how sailors found a wooden image of crucified Christ and brought the first missionaries who built the church to look after because of the great popular favor, and the sailors had a great faith and asked him for safe journey into sea. During the era of pirates of the city, the church was used as shelter for the population who hid from attackers. People in need for a protection also stopped here. This church, the present church, is built in 1755.
Was
built in 1755.
Okay.
As you can see, this is the Tower of Gospel, and it has 4 tonal bells. Then we have
live free of sin.
And finally, we have the most important thing in this church, that is the crucifix, and it has more than 3 centuries. Being the object of the people's devotion. That's it. And traditionally, this church is the last station on the way on the cross. I mean, Via Crucis.
Okay.
And other thing, this church is like the meeting point because it's located in the Veracruz downtown. And almost all quinceañeras.
All the 15 birthday celebrations
as their mass here because it's popular.
It's popular.
Yeah, and that's it.
Do you have something to tell us inside?
No, just the crucifix.
Okay, you wanna get
the one that's found in the sea? Yeah.
it was found in the sea.
Really? By sailors.
I'm sorry. I'm
The cameraman.
the
The camera woman.
camera woman.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, here we are in the heart of the Veracruz downtown. This building from the 18th century that nowadays is the Instituto Veracruzano de la Cultura. In here you can find the best of artistic traditional and contemporary expressions from national to foreign artists, as well as local artists that are just starting their careers. Besides from being the headquarters, concerts, roundtables, books presentations, movie presentations, and writers' conference, among other workshops, are being held in this place. This building is also headquarters of the Escuela Veracruzana de Danza and the Escuela Libre de Música, where during the year there are classes for the artistic development of children, teenagers, and adults. But this place hasn't always been a school. This building is one of the hundreds that this city still has, and one of its
characteristics are the walls made of cobblestone, which was part of the colonial architecture. This old Bethlehemite convent was a hospital convent called Santos Reyes or Nuestra Señora de Belén. This place started to work thanks to the monks in 1775, and by 1789 this place took care of more than 1,500 sick people per year. And this hospital was in service until the early 19th century due to the monks that administrated this place were disabled by the Spanish court in 1820. In 1823, the central government, by request of the city hall, transferred the goods of the Bethlehemites to the city authorities through the charity board, who took this building and moved here another hospital, the Civil Hospital of Saint Sebastian, which didn't have its own furniture, so they had to use the one that was here. And the hospital changed its name to Civil Hospital of Achilles Cerdán in 1916. Yes. 1916. And in 1975, its closure was announced by the state governor, Rafael Hernández Ochoa, who decided to merge the Hospital Achilles Cerdán with the regional hospital. And after 5 years of being closed here, this building was restored by the government of Veracruz, and in 1987, the Instituto Veracruzano de la Cultura was created with this place as its headquarters. And nowadays, these white halls and gardens work for the cultural and artistic development of Veracruz and represent a big part of the culture of Veracruz. And that's the story.
Okay. Is it a private school?
No, it's a school of the government.
It's a government school.
A government school, but you have to pay your
Tuition?
tuition.
Monthly?
Yes, the inscription is around 500 and monthly around 300 pesos.
Representative.
Yes.
Do you know how many students do they have now?
I don't know how many students. I
What
know
can you study here?
here in that's the classroom for the Escuela de
Musicians?
Danza.
For the dancing school.
There are several girls under the age of 20 learning ballet. And
If you're
some
20,
others
you
dance.
cannot enter
No.
anymore. None of the schools.
You are too old for them.
You're too old.
Yeah, Sally and I tried to get in there. And they said, no, you're too old.
Okay.
Okay. This is the main garden. There was a fountain in here, but it's not working anymore. Over there are some other rooms that are now the classrooms for the music students. The careers is a music career, but you have to choose a specialty. You can choose piano, violin, guitar, and singing.
Okay.
Yes, and there are talleres,
Workshops.
Yes, for those instruments, and they last for the summer.
Okay.
And
Very good.
at the end of the corridor, there's another classroom that is the
Can we give a round?
is the
Where
sala
can
de
we start?
música,
The music hall.
the music hall. In there, the students of music students, have their presentations at the end of every semester to show their progress in the instrument of the choice. And this is the principal's office. They're very small classroom.
We can sit everybody and you take us a picture of everybody sitting on these rocking chairs. Everybody sits on one rocking chair.
Para cantar la bamba se necesita una poca de gracia, una poca de gracia y otra cosita y arriba y arriba.
Okay, the reason why this place was built is because many years ago this place was part of the route of the commercial route between America and Europe. This place was known as La Villarrica de la Veracruz. So this place was an important part of the commercial route and was a little exposed for the attacks of other people. Like in 1568, the pirate John Hawkins attacked the city. Then Lorencillo in 1638, with leading 1,500 men, attacked the city, and this was an important reason to build a wall to protect all this. Two bastions were constructed first, el Baluarte de la Concepción on the north and el Baluarte de Santiago on the south. Then another 7 bastions were built, joining San Juan de Ulúa to create a great wall that protect the city, only leaving 4 entrances to here. This place was designed by the engineer Adrian Booth and has an irregular polygon shape with 7 sizes. Then a lifting bridge and a double wooden door. In the year of 1882, the wall was demolished because of the expansion of the fort, and the only bastion that left was el Baluarte Santiago. This place was also known as El Polvorín, or the maximum power, because in this place the gunpowder for the war was stored. And it has 2 rooms, the underground room where the gunpowder was stored, and the main room where we can find nowadays the Fisherman's Jewels. The Fisherman's Jewels is an exposition with a lot of 42 jewels and 23 bars of gold, finding by the fisherman Raúl Hernández Huerta. And in the 50s, this place was occupied by the Marine Corps and later yielded to the INA to mount an local history exposition. And that's it.
Ay arriba y arriba y arriba iré, yo no soy marinero por ti seré, por ti seré.
Welcome to San Juan de Ulúa. Its original name was Chalchihuecan. The name San Juan was in honor of Juan de Grijalva, and the name Ulúa was because the Spanish people misunderstood the word Culúa, that it was a tribe, and they thought that it was the place's name.
Of the fortress was climbed by Spanish people behind the order of Hernán Cortés, and they lasted on April 22nd, 1619, and they lasted at least 172 years to the construction.
To finish the construction?
Yes, and in 1935, the construction of the fortress, they started the construction of the fortress with coral stone, and with the intention to protect the bottom of the craft during the bad weather, and principally to protect this important port for the all souls of pirates.
It was transformed into a prison for politicians. San Juan was also headquarters of the executive federal power in 1915.
1915?
Yes. When the port was occupied and under the direction of Venustiano Carranza, who decided
to use the building as headquarters of his government for just some days.
In 1914, San Juan de Ulúa had a function of the National Arsenal and military prison. And its population was of 16 students of the Escuela Nacional de Maestranza, a limited number of federal troops, naval, military officials, and political prisoners called rayados.
So-called the governor's house, where the manager of the fort was living. Later, it managed to be residential house of the presidents Benito Juárez, Porfirio Díaz, and Venustiano Carranza. Years later, lodged those who were looking for the reconquest of Mexico after the consummation of the independence. Now it is a cultural museum, and we can go up to see all the things. The cultural stops, and we have where are statues.
They're sculptures.
Sculptures of pre-Hispanic gods. And that's it. That are the things.
Okay.
Of Hernán Cortés, the first expeditions, and on this way are the guns room.
The guns room.
Yes.
Okay.
It's guns or weapons? Weapons. Weapons. Yeah.
They were guns and weapons.
There are some are originals.
Original.
And some are replica.
Production.
Replica.
Mm-hmm.
Are objects found and when the San Juan was constructed. Yes. These are
Ammunition.
tools and things to construct. These are
Ammunition.
ammunition. On this side, we have objects like daily
use?
Daily use, yeah, like
Plates.
plates. Yes. And on this side, we do things that they sold or exchange with other people to do the commerce.
Commerce.
And that's it.
Okay.
Bastion. He was kept the fluid, the gunpowder, and the reserve bread.
Reserved bread.
And there was a room for weapons, and as a room in time of peace, and also as a room of the chief of the castle of San Juan in time of the war.
Okay. So it was covered.
Yes. Yes.
All of it was covered.
Yeah.
Every space was a room. With the years, sometimes were a room for the chief of the castle, and sometimes were a room for
Warehouses.
Yeah.
Yes.
Warehouses.
Principal to chief of the castle.
Okay.
In San Pedro's Bastion. This is the most ancient construction of the fortress. We know about its existence from 1535. About 1689, it turned into half a bastion. Its walls were made to taste of bomb and
To taste the bombs.
yes. and its exterior walls were made to reduce the impact of the missiles. Now, if you can, we can explore the bastion.
El Muro de las Argollas, where the boats arrived and anchored. The Muro de las Argollas was one of the first things to be built of the fortress, and the wall had 32 big bronze rings, and like this. And nowadays, in the wall is La Puerta del Mar. It's one of the best places of the fortress.
The rings aren't original,
They're not original.
no, but it's a replica.
A replica.
Yes. And there were just 3, no, but there were 32. 32.
For
All
the
had
different
the-
ships.
Yes.
They threw the anchor and then they would tie the ship to the rings.
This is the original entrance
Yes?
to the fortress. We are walking on el Puente de los Suspiros, or el Puente del Último Suspiro. So called because the prisoners knew that when they crossed the bridge, they wouldn't come back.
Cuando canto la bamba me siento solo porque sé que ese himno veracruzano y arriba, iré, yo no soy marinero, por ti seré. Una vez que te dije que eras bonita, se te puso la cara coloradita, y arriba, ya yo no soy marinero, soy capitán.
De la bamba, señores, la melodía que nos ponen en la